Hi, I'm Mark Clifton, and 20 years ago, I walked into this sanctuary, and there were 18 mostly elderly people here. This church, Wornall Road Baptist Church in Kansas City, it was literally on its last leg. But I got news for you. Jesus has a plan for every church, and he had a plan for Wornall Road. Now, it took a lot of work and a lot of heartache. In fact, it was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. And I've planted churches, but never replanted a dying church in the heart of a city. But God brought me here, and God did something that only he could do, that I couldn't do. And he used me, and he taught me a lot, and it was hard, and it was difficult, and it was challenging, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. And God replanted a church right here in this building, a church that everybody else had given up on, a church of just 18 remaining members. And today, this church is thriving with well over 200 in attendance, mostly young people who live right here in the community. God can do that here at Wornall Road Baptist Church. He can do it at your church. He can do it at every church, and he wants to. And that's where our passion for revitalization and replanting comes from. We believe this church, when it was founded in 1921 and this beautiful building was built in 1929, the people who founded this church and built this building, they raised the banner of God's glory in this community. And striking those colors is tragic. I've got a friend of mine from Canada, and he said, he's originally from England. He said, a declining, dying church in North America, he said, reminds me of an abandoned castle of a long-forgotten king. And if this church would have closed its doors after sitting on this corner for nearly 100 years, this church said, we believe the Bible, we believe the gospel, we believe in Jesus, we believe he died and rose again and he's coming again. But he couldn't keep this church open. What's that say about the glory of God? What's that say about the power of the gospel? A lot of bad things happen when a church closes. Man, a ministry is lost in the community, opportunity for evangelism is lost, opportunity for discipleship is lost, but don't lose sight of this. God's glory is robbed when a church closes its doors. So ultimately, we replant for God's glory, to reclaim his glory in such a place as this. And now, 20 years later, this church is thriving and raising up young leaders and seeing people baptized, and the sanctuary is full once again. And the community looks at it and knows something's happening there. Those people who trust God, those people who believe in the gospel, man, something is alive there. And God's glory is made known in this place. If you like that story, if you'd like that to be your story, it can be. What God has done here at Wornall Road Baptist Church in Kansas City, he has done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times all across North America in the last decade. And he can do it where you are too. And that's what our Replant team at the North American Mission Board, our state convention partners, our associational partners, that's what we want to do together. We want to help you discover what is Jesus' plan for your church, so you can see your church once again raise proudly the banner of God's glory in your neighborhood and make much of Jesus as you see men and women and boys and girls come to saving faith in Jesus Christ. That's our prayer. That's our hope. That's what it means to be part of a replanting movement.